We're going to continue our chat now about weddings and the costs involved and how to approach it responsibly. We love, yes, but we want you to have a long and happy union, and finance, unfortunately, is a very big part of that. So you want to start on the right footing. Warren
Absolutely.
Ingram joins us from Galileo Capital. Very interesting chat. Of course, you've got to always approach it from an emotional sense, but also very logically and pragmatically. This is something that could possibly put you on the wrong path. What are the major costs involved with a wedding? Where do we often go wrong?
I think it's all about numbers. So it's about size, because you know everything's done per person. So the catering is done per person. Clearly, the size of the venue will be determined by the number of people you're hiring, etc. So I think you've got to decide: are you having a wedding for yourselves to celebrate your marriage and to establish a foundation for the rest of your life, or are you having a wedding to impress? And the pressure is huge, you know, from your family, etc., saying, you know, we've got to invite the cousins we haven't seen in 20 years and, you know, the people from all around the world, and they've got to know this is an event, which is great, except if you have to pay for it all.
Who's sitting
So I think you've got to have a conversation as a couple, and then also with the families, to say, you know, who's paying, and then what are the priorities. And I think if you're open and honest right up front, before the pressure starts building, you'll start to limit some of the issues around this. I think a lot of the time nowadays, people, you know, especially with a bit of money, they use a wedding planner. And I think a wedding planner is like an architect. You've got to tell them your budget. And the first time they come back to say, well, you know, can we just go over? The answer is no. No, and it's no forever. You stay there no matter what they say. Make them earn their money and keep you within your budget. And agree their budget right up front. Don't change that budget once you're in.
What are some good ways of bringing those costs down? Obviously, numbers being a big factor there, maybe reduce the number. What other ways can we look at reducing costs?
So wedding venues, for example, clearly, you know, December is the month of weddings, as you said. So if you want to get married and you want your wedding venue cost to be low, try and get married out of season. You know? So go and choose a place where it's not so popular. You know, so summer's a great time, I guess, especially in the Cape, but and certainly in Gauteng as well. But then look at winter weddings, and you know, and find places where the demand is a lot less. That's a big one. Be careful about the catering. You know, don't go out there and have this absolutely lavish spread. Can you do things
Lobster
simply?
tails.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then I think, you know, things like the flowers and the absolute must-have decorations. Be simple, and I think try and be smart about using, you know, very plain decorations if you can.
I love that, man. And I've got to pose a question to you just now, but I want a one-word answer. Should we be getting a loan for a wedding?
Please don't.
That's all I needed, yeah. Now, we'll continue our chat with Warren in just a moment, but we're going to take a quick break. Guys, what's coming up?